All right, y'all. So a new angle, new footage just came out of the THF Bayzoo unaliving, man. Rest in peace to that man, THF Bayzoo. This is a whole new angle, and it's pretty much we finna break this all the way down and see exactly what happened. So let's get into it,
y'all. So this is Bayzoo right here.
This
I
Bayzoo.
don't understand how nobody really understood who he was, because if you know Zoo, you know the walk, right? So you know this is pretty much him. This is the car that they came out from.
Okay.
So it's almost like they was watching him and they just waited for the perfect time to strike, as if they was already there.
They was
right
already
here sitting in the vehicle, and as soon as he came out, that's when they decided to strike.
So that's what I said. It's only two possibilities that this murder happened. Number one is somebody who worked there or somebody who just so happened to be in the parking lot already, saw him, called some people, they pulled up, did what they did. Or these niggas have been following him for some time now. Somebody have been following him and they put the play together, because the niggas that hopped out of this car had already had masks on. They already had all black on. They already had their murder outfits on. You know what I'm saying? They already had their sticks and guns. And yeah, niggas ride around Chicago like that, but they knew this was coming. Like, they knew what they was finna do.
Never saw it coming. Crazy.
This Bayzoo.
Sheesh.
Never saw it coming, bro. That's the scary part about it. He said it's like he eating.
When he finally did turn around, that's when they started shooting. You don't want to show that part. But like I said, this is a little video, but I want y'all to check this out, and y'all let me know for yourselves if y'all think that this was a targeted hit. I told y'all I definitely think wholeheartedly it was.
Yeah, for sure,
because
man.
Not only
not even a joke.
did they come out when he came out, it seemed like they was already parked.
They was already there.
But not only was they already parked, they came from all the way back there, which means they didn't want to mess it up. They didn't want to sacrifice anything. They made sure that he was where he was at, and they decided to run up on him. Check it out one more time. Look, walking.
It looked like he's eating too.
That's the crazy part. Didn't even see it coming. Right?
Nah, bro, you weren't supposed to be moving like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You can't in Chicago when you a face like that.
Look, then he turned around.
When you a member like that?
At that point, he already seen it coming. But it was nothing he could do. That's when they started shooting. And a lot of people say, oh, he was in the West. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. This just goes to show you that it can happen anywhere.
Especially in Chicago, we already know that.
Say, well, Zoo thought he was invincible. And maybe so. Because Zoo is a person that's been within the drill culture so long. A mistake like this, you wouldn't really think of him to make.
Right.
Right? We wouldn't think that Zoo would be walking, right? Just not paying attention.
Right.
A lot of people saying that this happened on the west side of Chicago.
Yeah, it
where
did.
Majority of the population and the demographic over there just so happens to be Spanish people. But you should know, no matter where you at.
I think that's what I think. I think he was lacking. I think he was lackadaisical. And I think he had a false sense of security because it wasn't no niggas around. You feel me? Which I feel like the same thing happened with Duck. Like, Duck was out there. He was on goddamn it, what you call it, street. And he thought it was, he wasn't as on point as he would have been if he knew he was on 63rd or something
given
like that.
time. Just because you're somewhere where you think nobody is at, what if somebody trailed you? What if somebody seen you and dropped your location? So at any given time, you got to be on point at all times. We're going to watch the video one more time. Y'all caged and ran up. It's over. Now at this point, once he started looking back, that's when he started looking back. The guns. And this is why they shot from a distance, because what if he had it on him?
Right.
Right? If they would have gave him enough time and he had it on him, 9 times out of 10,
it would have been a whole shootout in that motherfucker.
Reach for his waistband and maybe strike back.
Yeah.
But this is why they didn't give him no breathing room whatsoever.
Yeah.
And now seeing from this angle,
them niggas was
car they was in.
They was some experienced niggas, man. I'm telling you, like that wasn't their first drill.
I don't know if this is a BMW. It looks like it could be a BMW or a new Honda. Right? Clearly there was a driver. So it was 3 people.
Yeah.
It was a driver, it was these 2. And yeah, man, so they knew what they was coming to do. To be honest with you, it seemed like a targeted hit, like I said before, but y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about all this, man. Don't forget to like, comment.
Let me see if I... Now, my full understanding of the video that I'm seeing right here is obviously we just learned that he did see him. He probably heard the doors open. He probably heard them loud ass steps coming. And he did turn around, but by the time he turned around, it was kind of like a little too late. He could have turned on the jets though. He could have started feet working his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of cars and other shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I heard from Trench's News that they said, you ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf is broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own, it's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people, all thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. Yeah. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan, because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you. They saying that when he was in the picking pool, when he was in the store, it was people walking up to him asking to take pictures and stuff like that. They also said that he pulled up in an Uber. He took an Uber to meet up with the other two niggas he was with. You know what I'm saying? And I think they was getting back, and he was getting back in one of their cars to catch a ride back wherever the fuck he was going. No, bro. You know what I mean, though? But that's why I say, like, Bayzoo is not supposed to be walking around. Like, when you... Maybe other people don't know who he is, but Chicago know Bayzoo, bro. Before he even was around Lil Durk or any of that shit. Chicago know Bayzoo. I don't give a fuck. He on the west side, the east side, the north side, the south side. Don't matter. The suburbs. People know Bayzoo, bro. You feel me? I don't think he was ever supposed to be here by himself. No security. No mask on. You know what I'm saying? No hoodie on. He ain't even trying to conceal who he is for real. He walking outside. That nigga look like he eating. He look like he got something in his hand. He look like he chilling. He walking to the car. You feel me? To the point where you ain't even see it coming. You seen it coming, but by the time you saw it, it was damn near too late. And it's easy to happen, bro. But that's why you can't. I'm just showing y'all, like, this is why the streets are stupid, bro. Because niggas, he was one of the people in interviews, and a lot of niggas be like, oh, I know how to move, or you got to be aware, or you got to know what you doing, or you got to know this, you got to know that. You can know all that shit and still get killed, bro. You can know all that shit and still somebody catch you, somebody see you. You don't know they saw you. When somebody see you, they not going to be like, hey, we see you. They just going to be like, oh, we finna get his ass. You feel me? So that's why the streets are stupid. Because you could die simply just walking to your damn car. Not 99% of people in the world just walk to their car. Walk to the car. Ain't nobody doing this when they walk into their car. Motherfuckers ain't really doing that like that. Not 100% of the time. You feel me? 100% of the time, you absolutely not, bro. And even if you see it coming, sometimes you can see it coming and it'll be too late. Sometimes you can see it all. It's been times where I've been standing on the street and I see a car turn a corner and I see his hand do like this out the window. And I see him about to pull a trigger and I got time to run. That don't mean nobody got shot that day. That don't mean he ain't try to fuck our ass up that day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the streets is just, it's over with, bro. It's done, it's dead, it's stupid. Niggas is, I don't know who these niggas is or why they did what they did, but niggas is ready to throw their whole life away, shorty. Like he said, it's a driver here. It's 2 killers, obviously, 2 shooters. There's a driver here. But somebody dropped it. I feel like this is going to be an easy case to solve because of a few reasons. I feel like the feds is coming for this case right here. I feel like the feds already got Lil Durk. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like this shit hurts Lil Durk. Stuff like this hurts Lil Durk because he's in there fighting a RICO charge. He's in there fighting a murder for hire. And your homie is out here getting killed. That's only thing that's doing is furthering, hey, look, they got a real RICO, they got a real gang war going on. They got a real, like, racketeering situation going on to the point where his friend is getting killed in broad daylight while he's in jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a lose-lose for everybody. But I think the feds gonna come pick this one up.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we got it.
When the feds do come and pick this one up, I think it's gonna be easy to solve because somebody dropped this low. Somebody, somehow, some way made a phone call. If they smart, they made a phone call. But even if they made a phone call, bro, the feds can track that. You know what I mean? The feds can track that. It looked like, I said, these 2 niggas look like they came outside of murder. They came outside for this. They went in their crib. They got dressed. They got their guns. They loaded their guns up. You know what I'm saying? They got in the car. They got their masks. They probably this car. If they smart, the car stolen. Like I said, it don't seem like this they first drill, bro. This seemed like this shit was calculated and goddamn it, experienced on phone and grave. So it's a text. It's a phone call. 9 times out of 10, it's something. The only other thing that could have happened was that they just so happened to be tracking them, to be following them. You know what I mean? But the likelihood of it being broad daylight, you having your gun on you, you having a full ammo, you having your mask on, you having your drill outfit, you got the stolen car. The likelihood of you just riding around like this and then you just so happen to see Bayzoo and then you follow him all the way to the west side and then you kill him, it don't really sound likely. It sound more likely that somebody called you and was like, hey, boy, I see Bayzoo up here, boy. For real? You feel me? It could have been Get Back for Duck. It could have been a long ongoing war for 051. It could have been some shit that got to do with Lil Jose Osama Hood. It could have been a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the feds definitely gonna solve this one, and I think they're gonna solve it quick.